Hear me out. Bludgeons in 2v8. You need to ready back up. I got disconnected. I'm still here for me. Every time Wesker swings in the corner of my vision, I think it's the offering screen popping up. Which duo are we? Leaves? Huh. Where'd you go? I'm alone in this world forevermore. Got you another game? Use the code on Steam to activate it. I was told to get out, so I got out. Basically, the PTB, public test build, will go live on Steam for that chapter in early June, and about a week later, the chapter will release. We don't know the exact date because the devs have said themselves that they don't know the date yet. Also, the Freddy it mentioned in the bottom comment is not Freddy Fazbear, it's Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street, just in case that confused you. I was already asleep by the time you sent that Reddit image. The ping woke me up to reply, then I went back to sleep, but I never got pings from your message after. Haven't changed my pings on the server to all yet. Only got them on right now. Anyway, I just woke up and it's 8 PM for me, like yesterday. Okay. This took a month off my lifespan. I never even used it. The 14-hour gaming session. I think that's beating the record I have with Evie. Yeah. Is where I've stashed the 2 video recordings I had. One is 1 hour 39 minutes long, taking up 2.8 gigabytes, and the other is 3 hours. I don't know, but over 30 minutes, I think, and 5.38 gigabytes. I just recorded the whole thing, starting from the 3rd or 4th game. I did try to edit them to trim them for you, but my editor wouldn't load them. The free app that comes with Windows called Microsoft ClickClamp or something like that, I don't know. Based on what I saw when Googling my issue, it seems that app is like Discord, where it actually just is a site, but the app makes it seem like an application, so that's probably why I had trouble loading them. That one's shorter. I made a door, but I think I made it too fun to use. Well, in my opinion, the funniest part of my recordings were whilst I was dead and audio-based, so... If I recall correctly, it was when I was dead and you were trying to get the buffalo statue from that weirdly shaped room that was mostly stairs. That was the funny audio-based thing I did whilst you were in silence trying to hide / get the things. I was saying some stuff. The short video is pre you leaving the shower, the long video is post. I believe that happened pre. You mean the tutorial overlay? I hardly even noticed it whilst playing, to be honest. I think I just ignored it. This has literally never happened to me before, so I just didn't know how to react. I've only ever had one friend at a time for my entire 17-year life. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't hard to find. I just clicked on the profile and then clicked on the review of the game from that profile. I don't think so, but most of what I've seen you write was from looking at old messages in the Lifesteal group chat. Okay. My OBS won't stop recording. It's stuck stopping recording, whilst also continuing to record a blank screen. And it won't even pause anymore. Well, I lost most of the footage after using Task Manager to force end OBS, and then looking at the file it left behind. Turns out once my OBS thought it was still recording, it actually stopped when my game crashed. The total session was 3 hours and 30 minutes, give or take, and what I have is 1 hour and 10 minutes. I just noticed the cutoff of the server trait, I'm out of meme ideas, is turned into I'm out of men. At this point, I'm just flexing the GIF message for no reason. I noticed Evie's friend Jared had Repo on the wish list. Repo was £8.50 each, and I bought 4 copies, that's £34 already. Phasmo was £16.75 each on Steam, and I think £11.50 or something on PlayStation 4. It was on discount. I got 2 Steam copies and 1 console version, which adds another £45, making the total £79. Then I also bought You Leave the Company at £8.50 and a Dead by Daylight Steam key for £6.79 from CD Keys instead of paying the £14.99 on Steam, which adds £15.29, totaling at £94.29. I think that's all the games I bought recently, mostly for other people. Slightly more than what I paid for the entire FNAF franchise that I never played at all. I see no issues here. Just check my balance since I never bothered to, and I still got another £43 if I need to buy any more games for people. £94.29 is 195 and $195.59 in AUD, by the way. So I heard a while ago. If I do a little more math, I should be able to get the amount I've spent on each person individually. One sec. £40 or $84 was spent on you. £8 or £17 was spent on Eli for me, for just repo. Same amount for me since I also only got repo. £25 or $52 was spent on Jared. I don't know how to spell his name, I barely know him. Then for Evie, it was just the £11.50 / $23 for console Phasmo, but I bought it on my PS5 assuming she could family share it, then found out it was PS5 only, and she's on PlayStation 4, so she's just using my console to play it right now. So spanning from May 5th and May 19th, I spent a total of £94.27 or $195.59 AUD. Sandy, £40 / 84 AUD, 4 games. Eli / me, £8.50 or 1763 AUD, 1 game. Jared, £25 or 52 AUD, 2 game. Evie, £11 or 23 AUD, 1 game. Because you got the most amount of games. Look, it's not about the money. Money does not matter, but games they do. I won't be able to play tomorrow, by the way. I will definitely end up being asleep. Yesterday, I woke up at 1 a.m. Today, I woke up at 5 a.m. Yesterday, I woke up at 1 a.m. Today, I woke up at 5 a.m. So reason would have it that tomorrow I will wake up after 6 a.m. when you get home from school. It's possible that instead of forward, it goes backward. That can sometimes happen, but most of the time it shifts forward. After the first time I noticed app was needed, I changed my notifications to all, like I do on all my other servers. You still haven't tried Lethal or DBD, and Lethal is very similar to Repo, whilst also being a different gameplay loop. The more people, the heavier the objects, then the whole team dies, and one person left can't lift anything. At least that's what I've taken from yesterday. In Lethal, objects just go in an inventory with a weight attribute, which slows the player, so physics aren't issuing that when everyone dies. Yeah, but in Lethal, you can't hide from your enemies, only run. So if you're out of stamina, you're just dying, usually with a scream. You also scream if you see a turret or fall down a death pit during parkour. And Lethal also have proximity voice chat like Phasmo and Repo, so you just end up hearing screams from a distance and left to wonder if your teammate's dead. If it's from a turret, you usually also hear gunfire from a distance, and when those things happen, it's quite funny. Check the audio tracks. I'm not sure, but I think I put my mic on a different track than the game. I don't know how to use the editors that support tracks. But the video itself has my voice, I just checked. I don't know, in a live game right now, but one sec. Yeah, I just opened my OBS and my mic is only set on track 6. Ignore desktop and mic / aux, as those are disabled. I don't know why they still show up. Repo's on every track because I added its audio source and never configured it. In all of the game's audio sources, they are set to track 3 only, so I've changed Repo to only track 3 now. It's not bugged, it's just whatever you're using doesn't support tracks. Some editors just ignore tracks or were built before tracks were a thing and thus do nothing with its audio, whilst others use tracks. I'm sure there's probably a tool online to remove tracks from a video clip anyway, so it shouldn't be that much of an issue. You mentioned Adobe Rush. I don't know what you were using before, but a quick Google search says that does support multiple audio tracks. Well, I was going to add at you, Evie, but you don't exist. My headset is off still. I can't hear you because it's off. Where's your app, though? Unbelievable. I have a goal, and that goal is to make a meme with my cat. Too bad I can't make memes. Never tried, so I don't have any experience. We're chilling now, boys. Sleepy kitty. Playful kitty. I go to sleep now. Well, I woke up a little after 6 a.m., like I thought I would, but not that much after. Only about 20 minutes. Why do I have a random friend request again? What? Yeah, I saw the memes. I think it's funny that my cat has memes. I doubt whoever added me found me from my mods on Minecraft or whatever, because the linked YT is only tanks. Joined in 2016, so it's 9 years old. Close, though. Oh, wait, no, you were talking about the person's age, not the channel's age. My bad. I did indeed. Yeah, Tiger's a mother of two. The white one's called Patch, and the one that looks very similar to Tiger is called Tinny, Mini Tiger. The video is actually of Tinny, not Tiger, when she was younger. Tiger didn't have a mother, she was found with the rest of her litter abandoned in my grandma's neighbor's backyard. Only a few weeks old, I believe. Everything turned out fine in the end. All the kittens got adopted. My older sister got Tiger, but my dad didn't let pets in his house, and she lives with him, so she didn't see her often. I just yoinked her. My little sister also tried to yoink her, but I won because she already got a new cat recently called Cookie. I don't know any of the other cats in my litter but one because I never saw them, but I know one's living with my grandma. I've only seen it like twice though. I think Tiger likes which owner she got in the end because she's always laying on me 24/7 unless she's eating or outside. She doesn't go out much, and a lot of the time she'll lay on me like this. I got pictures to prove it, that's for sure. I have as a repo mod that lets dead people talk from their heads. It's the one and only mod that I'm now aware of. Well, I think it took around an hour, but I looked at all 2,800 mods for repo and put all the vanilla plus slash quality of life stuff into a mod pack on Thunderstore. In total, it contains only 26 mods, and that's with dependencies. One allows you to play as a duck when you're dead. Not sure if that's compatible with the other two dead mods, though. Okay, yeah, it took exactly 15 minutes because I got the 10 minutes power off warning on my console, and I have it set up to turn off after 1 hour. So it took a mere 15 minutes to sift through the 2,800 mods. Not bad. It did? Well then. The cat looks nothing like Tiger. Must have had two very different parents for him to be so unlike. I wonder if Patch was all white from a recessive gene then. Tiger might in theory. She would remember what her parents looked like if you ignore the fact babies that are young are physically incapable of storing memories. Absolute lies. Human can physically only develop memory after being about 5 or 6. I can't remember the exact age, but about then. Long-term memories, I mean, by the way. Up until then, you can have short-term memories, but you can't hold on to them very long. I think I'm dead. Almost done fixing the audio in the original 2 clips I had, by the way. I've just been recording the recording to put all the audio tracks on all the tracks. That's a one-way ticket for Rule 34 right there. Well, I just finished recording the whole 5 hours of both clips just to find out that the second clip recording was being recorded without audio for some reason. So now I need to re-record the recording, that's 2 hours and 30 minutes again. Oh wait, it's 3 hours and 13 minutes, not 2 hours and 30 minutes. Well, time to AFK for another 3 hours. AI actually take things that are inside brackets with less seriousness, and I think things said in quotes are taken more seriously, though it could be bold text instead, not sure. Also, I know it's AI and all, but you're still kinda harsh on it. I treat the AI I use with respect, and I don't have these issues. They do have dementia half the time, though. It's rendering right now, but I'm busy. Also, the Devil Lake FNAF PTB dev livestream has been announced now. It's May 27th, 11 a.m. EST stream and 12 a.m. EST PTB. Oh, I don't like you at all right now, Clip Clamp. About 1 hour into a render with another hour to go, and I click on a single thing and it says non-responsive and forces a restart. Doesn't even give me the option to wait for its response. And to make matters worse, after reloading the project to start rendering again, it apparently is unable to find the 3-hour clip. So I click the manual find button to locate it, and it says it's been relocated after I select the files, but that did absolutely nothing. So now I'm just waiting, hoping it fixes itself so I can start rendering again. This right here is why I don't edit my videos. I always just upload raw footage, and stuff like this is exactly why, and because I'm a very bad editor, and all I do is jump cut every now and again. I swear, this upcoming new 4-player co-op game is literally just visceral cleanup detail if it was 4-player. Clearly inspired by the popularity of Lethal Company, Repo, multiplayer, Backrooms, etc., and also made in 2025 instead of 2015, I guess. God, that game came out 10 years ago? I remember seeing that video when it came out. Like it was yesterday. I enjoyed those videos, but nobody made more than about 2 on their channel. See, I'm not the only person who thinks it's a 4-player ripoff. A lot of reviews mention visceral cleanup detail in them. Some positive, some negative. I'm with Jai on his world. Doesn't stop you from joining us, though. We basically still have nothing. Not even full iron gear yet. We're playing the game real slow. True. Never really thought about that. I've known this man for like 8 years, and he's never interacted with you. That's crazy. Just join you want to play so bad. My invite prompt is actually grayed out. It's not It's possible that the multiplayer settings are friends only instead of friends of friends, because friends only is the default, I'm pretty sure. Well, some matches are gone and the video is done rendering. Never mind, video finished rendering, but never save the file. I'll render it again then. As for public testing build, the release is usually about a week later. Good news is since you have the game on Steam and not console or Epic Games, you can download the PTB when it releases and try out the Springtrap build for free. New characters can be played without being owned while in the PTB. You just change your build of the game to PTB and beta tab properties of the game on Steam when it's available. One of the DVD YouTubes I watch actually released a couple noob guides, a complete noob guide covering all the basic information in only 25 minutes recently, and I think it's good, but a lot of the info is for killer side, which is not available to play in a group. But I do believe it does a good job given how little time it has. Most guides are like 1 to 4 hours long. Game has a lot of info. It's a very much so explain as you play kind of game. The guide kind of covers basics you'll need to know for general gameplay. It can also be explained as we play, but the guide has visuals to make things clearer. Ugh, you lost the kids in the divorce. Finally got the guide's link. I didn't. Anyway, it's up to you if you want to watch this guide or not, but I just feel like it's easier to learn survivor basics from a video gameplay example than from somebody just trying to hastily explain in words during a game. To be honest, I thought Sandy just sent a second picture for some reason. I didn't even notice you had sent it. You don't really get scared in DVD like Lethal or Repo. It's classed as a horror game, but that's more of a technicality because it has horror characters. It's not really a scary game unless you're within your first 20 to 100 hours in the game. Well, I finally have gotten a final video file that I was going to upload to Google Drive, but turns out if I make it one continuous video instead of 2 videos, it for some reason takes up a larger size. And it's the storage cap for Google Drive free plan. So now after I finally got the exported video, after basically doing nothing but waiting between 8 AM and 3 AM, almost 12 hours, this has taken way too long. I now have to go back into the stupid clip clamp app to separate it into 2 clips and export both. On the brighter side, to keep things more cheerful, I do have a new cat photo. What? Oh, I see now. It was about the previous message app. I didn't notice that on my phone. Anyway, I think I'm going to have to refer you back to this message my sister made for me as a response a while ago, saying that I never invite people, I never ask to play, I never say to play, I never say what to play, I never do anything that requires options, basically. Evie's similar, by the way. She says she's indecisive, but for me, it's just I don't like giving my personal opinion on anything. If you ask anyone in my family, they'll back up my story. Even if you're asking what food I want, even if they're asking what food I want, I will just sit there silently waiting until they leave and decide for me instead. Also, that's the same reason whenever you ask for something good or not whilst showing it to me, if something's good or not while showing it to me, I'll always just ignore, or change the subject. Most of the time, if it's a visual thing, I don't have an opinion to give on it, and if it's functional, I have an objective opinion to give. But I know if I ever have a subjective opinion, I will just not share it, whether it's good or bad. I try my best. I used to get very angry at my only friend a lot. I had anger issues, but after not being friends with him for about 3 years, not friends with anyone for those 3 years, I learned to overcome it and became a better person. It was mainly a competitive gameplay thing. He always wanted to play comp. I never play comp normally. I have no clue. I've never played D&D, and I know nothing about D&D. But Dead by Daylight does have a D&D licensed chapter of Vector as a killer. That's all I know. No, just a text chat. This isn't even usable whilst in game. Only pre-games and post-game. After joining a lobby and before leaving the lobby. There's a voice group in the server for both killer and survivor side separately under the games without voice chat category. Yeah, it's similar to Ark with default volume. Difference is on DVD you can turn it down. enough without completely disabling it. It's for the latest chapter. Each time there's a new chapter, there's a new added cutscene, which is just their trailers on YouTube until the next chapter. It triggers on boot every time, but can be skipped with any key. Check your voice and video settings on Discord. It controls which audio source the call uses. The first 2 hours and 30 minutes and 44 seconds of Repo Session 01. Key currently? My arm. New sleeping location just dropped. Your cat just came into my room. She's yoinked Tiger's cat tree. Maybe. Back then they called me, Spider Baby. Wasn't a man yet. They don't exist. No, my mind at least. Robe from Repo. I've been hearing people refer to it as a she. I never realized the original was so long. Well, 4 seconds of it is now a soundboard from the server. I found it from this link. No! The free Nitro expired. I can't change my auto sound when joining calls to it. What a shame. I clicked off the settings after starting to play the sound, and it just played Look Out, Here Come, because it got cancelled early. Not sus at all. Problem solved. I've transcribed it. Also, this describes my personality so well with the line, wealth and fame he's ignored, action is his reward. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can, spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen, bud, he's got radioactive blood. Can he swing from a thread? Take a look overhead. Hey, there goes the Spider-Man. In the chill of the night, at the scene of a crime, like a streak of light, he arrives just in time. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, wealth and fame he's ignored, action is his reward. To him, life is just a great big bang up. Whether there's a hang up, you'll find the Spider-Man. I found and separated the thing I thought you would find funny that I did whilst I was dead in Repo. To be honest, I don't know what I was thinking, but I just ran out of things to say, and you weren't saying anything, so somebody had to step in. That being said, afterwards from this point, I had always just remained silent whilst dead. Also, this hurts my hand. The ending is definitely the funniest part. Why? How could you? Unbelievable. Your cat is in the rain now, by the way. Would it be cheating to put my own mods into this survey? And do I care if it is? Oh wait, it says this includes mods you've only seen players using. Yeah, I think I think I cheated. But hey, whilst I've never seen somebody use my mod, they have a lot of downloads, so people do like them. That should be good enough in my opinion. Huh? I'm not on DVD right now. Plays 2v8, Killer Cuter's Deathslinger. Game puts me into a lobby with a ghost face, aka gas file. Partner, we play the game. And we kill all 8 survivors. Without even using our powers in a combo and barely seeing each real game. Post-game chat, person 1. What a gay combo. Person 2. Yeah. They said that and left the match before it was even over. Sometimes I really hate survivors. They're always so toxic for absolutely no reason whatsoever, and to add icing to the cake, it's 2v8, a game mode where it's meant for casual players to have fun. Because they die and they insult stuff by calling it gay. Hence, the killers they went against were gay. Obviously. Also, I just finished the second game, and got nothing but more hit rejections on Slinger. I'm going back to Wesker. Another 8K, another toxic survivor, at least one of them were nice. Also, the caging animation is really bugged if the guy DCs whilst I'm picking them up. I swear the white just disappeared mid-animation, and I'm not sure, but I think I saw his head in the ground for a split second before it was over. Just did some more training to be sure I can carry a run in the event of your death on Repo. I think I went about an hour just now. Other than that, I've only done about 40 minutes 2 to 3 days ago. I got to stage 5, quit to menu. I'm confident enough to stop the training now, despite only training about 2 hours total. By the way, the attempt I got to 5 was my second attempt, aka the third only game I played without you, / single player. Gun Guy's blind. Just don't talk and he's chill. Watched a 2-hour long VOD of a YouTuber I watched teach 3 newbies, YouTube friends, the game. Learned a lot, like how to kill stuff. Just slap them with a non-fragile item a couple dozen times. Also, item size does not scale with people playing. I was getting stuff like the server rack and buffalo statue in single player, so we were wrong about that. Strength upgrades from the shop. Lets you carry heavier stuff with more ease. If you get like 8, you can even start tossing the enemies around. I'm not quite sure what those 2 bots are doing in that gift, but it looks sus. What? The only one I see wrong with this image. The only thing I see wrong with this image is a blatant lack of consistency. After all, where did Freddy and Foxy's facial dots go with the withers on the withered versions? They're just gone. But one of them has the normal versions. But the normal versions have the freckles, so why do the withered versions not have the freckles? If they're gonna simplify one version, why not both? Amazing. I just got reported from my killer partner in 2v8 because they thought I was trolling or hacking. I don't know. When I was just bugged. I think the bug was caused by a lag spike whilst I was caging a survivor with my power. Not sure, but it definitely soft locked me in the survivor. It's backwards. You can redeem code BPF2019 for 4 shirts on Survivor, by the way. Lasts till June 23rd. Ah! Child! Murder it! All I need to commit the act would be a money or a doll or many objects. Dussy dang. What? Ducky dance. Yes. Practice. The DVD Springtrap thing starts in 5 minutes, and the chat is just full of stuff like this. 1 minute left, and still people are spamming this junk. That's just uncalled for. That's just rude, and this stream is late by at least 4 minutes. They haven't even started the little 5 to 10 minute hype trailer preview before the start yet. Grab-based killer, projectile, 2-weapon throwable fire axe, AK the leak were correct. Killer instinct AoE on environmental hit, 4.4 movement speed with axe, 4.6 movement speed without axe. Axe needs manually recalling. 7 doors at chest spawn to teleport around the map by killer and survivor. Survivors can look using cameras at the doors, and there is a battery power. Doors can take survivors to an office. Team power consistent drain using camera / office door. Chunk loss on survivor teleport if power runs out of the office, shuts down for 45 seconds. Killer can still use doors whilst it's shut down. All Springtrap details revealed during the livestream has been summarized in this post. Huge reveal, all non-licensed characters will be playable without owning them during the anniversary event. I don't know, probably in DBD's anniversary if I had to guess. So based on the roadmap, late June to mid-July. Stat tracking website for DBD, official site, coming soon. Stats dating back to September 2020, which I think is before I even started playing, to be honest. Oh, actually, I started a little bit before September 2020. I joined between June and September of 2020, between Silent Hill and Descent Beyond chapters. Can't. Don't have the, I mean, I do on console, I guess, but my PTB is almost done right now, so I want to play a match of Springtrap first at least. Ugh. I'm gonna have to play Killer on a controller like I did years ago for 2v8, aren't I? That sucks. Oh, you're kidding me. It recorded without any audio? I was speaking and giving commentary throughout the entire match and everything. I hit some nice hits with the arc of the fire axe and made a comment about how I'm really good at ranged killers despite it being my first game because I'm just that good with ranged killers. It has a very limited range, by the way, about 15 to 18 meters at best with a 45-degree angle or more. Very heavy arc as well. Drops almost immediately. Anyway, we're playing some 2v8. Wait, the file I have includes audio on it. Maybe why he just hasn't added it yet because it's still being processed. File doesn't have any mic though, so still no commentary. I heard you join the call, but you're not in it. But I heard the join sound. Are you gonna join then, Evie? Evie. You would love this place. Too bad I got no clue where it is. You're just gonna have to find it out on your own. I think since the server is a thing, I would create a Reddit community and Steam group under the same name. Not just to have them, but just in case I ever need them, to make sure the game won't be taken by somebody else in the future. The name won't be taken by someone else in the future. Then I found out that not only is a review curator for Steam games just a Steam group, but also anyone can both make a group and become a curator by just reviewing 10 games. So now I have my own Steam group that is also a game curator. Unexpected, but okay then. Scrolling past all the 400 other curator reviews for content warning, they are mostly just curators that are a meme and copy-paste the same thing on everything, which has nothing to do with the product, or it says sometimes that meant to be a joke. It said something that's meant to be a joke. I guess that makes my review actually helpful compared to most others, which is a weird thing to say/think. Driving cars in your sleep is weird. My first time doing so. Also, fun fact, bad idea to drive with your right foot on your leg. Dream me couldn't press the brake pedal and drove into the wall of the shop instead of letting you get in first. Then driving into the shop with you. Yeah, that was the intention. I have some weird dreams. This is tame compared to my normal dreams, so I don't have to use your name. Why else would I use multiple? Huh? I never got a notification for that. Must have put my laptop screen down soon before it was sent. No clue, as I refuse to use TikTok no matter the reason, and the video doesn't play me in bed. Now that's a bargain. I know nothing about this game, but I do love me a good deal, and it's only 85 cents right now. Maybe I'll learn more about William. He's in DVD as a survivor. I know him from this. I know he's from this. I thought you already owned it, anyway. But it's literally 85 cents. A single chocolate bar from the shop is more expensive than this game right now. I don't get what this has to do with anything, but if you can't stop me, you can't stop me. I'm just looking if there's deals on any other games right now. I was doing my sales check when I found that. I don't think anybody here is going to track this dude down with his face, and if it's Daniel, I think I've seen his face before, possibly. In a reflection of an image in the lifesteal group chat when I was looking at old messages when I joined for a bit. I don't know. I saw somebody, can't remember who or what they looked like, to be honest. Unbelievable. Ran out of games to look at. Okay, well, I found two things on a 9% sale that I have only heard of / never heard of for 85 cents and £4.99. Also, it really wanted me to get Left 4 Dead 2 because it showed up for me 3 times. See, now that's a bargain. It would have been £116, but now it's just £11.68. Also, ignore how it's 2 games at ignore how I said it's 2 games at 85 cents and £5, and the total is double that. Aww, why is Steam Store gonna ruin my plans? Okay, I can't get you Left 4 Dead 2, but the other game that would have been £50, but is £5 right now that I've heard of, I can. And of course, by can, I mean I have already. The deal is too good. I know nothing about this game, Back 4 Blood, never heard of it before, but the tags are saying it's zombies, online, co-op, multiplayer, FPS, and gore. I know I just read that. Also, I set up an event for it on the server. Still don't know if it's timed correctly, though, due to the time zones. Yeah, I'm 99% sure everything I know about you is either from the present that you've said whilst playing or something. I read on the Lifesteal group chat after I joined it for a while. Okay, problem solved. So I was just talking with Felicia about it. I was hit with a great idea. I can get you Left 4 Dead 2 because it's region locked. I can't get you Left 4 Dead 2 because it's region locked, but you have an alt account on Steam in order to family share my games. So you have an account that's set to UK, meaning I should be able to get you the gift, the 85-cent game, to the alt account. Wait, that has my code. There we go. New image without my bank card pin on it. The 3-digit code to access my bank card to purchase things. Look, nobody saw anything. It's chill. You need the rest of the info in the card anyway, so it's not like you could do anything with the code 624. Right-click / hold on your profile in the server, then click Change Nickname, or go to Profile Settings into Per Server Profile segment and change the display name in the server of choice. Simple solution, just put into Discord as a text file. Works every time. Don't know when the official tracker is coming out or what the URL is going to be, but apparently there's already multiple sites made by fans that somehow have this data. I think it's from Steam. You can tell I play more killer, I think this data is my Steam account, not the whole account. It's not entirely accurate. Plus, the official sites will have much more data like boons made, chests opened, etc. Well, this site has more data on it, though. The all survivors escaped through hatch stat. That wasn't possible anymore since before I swapped to PC. Hatch got reworked. Either Steam stores that data in combination with your console data upon merging the accounts, or this doesn't make any sense. I waited for 30 minutes to play a game of Springtrap, my second ever game as him, in the random map pool this time, and I load into a lobby like this and fought for my life to get the 4K. Very difficult. I think I'm gonna just play a game or two as Survivor to see what it's like to go against Springy Boy, then swap back to the base game for some 2v8 before its event is over. Edit, played a game, dropped a pallet onto Springtrap's head. He then proceeded to walk through it and stabbed me from my behind. My ping was bad. I'm gonna just swap off PvP now. You asked what old Quentin looked like after I said he used to look really bad when we played DVD. This is before, left, and after, right. Very different as you can tell. In fact, I don't know if Evie has even seen it before. I know she played after the change. I don't know if she's seen old media of him. Also, this image is the origin of Goblin Quentin, and this image is what the actor actually looked like in the movie he's in. I also managed to find the clip that I mentioned where in a parody video the other survivors thought he was a killer as a bit. Very outdated in terms of game info. It's from January of 2018. I think exactly what I've been thinking the last few days, which is you found another fictional character I've become way too obsessed with. I pretty much had just figured out that it either had already started or was going to start soon the moment I saw that you posted this image after I woke up a few days ago. Because you changed the file extension, if I had to guess. Computer has no clue what to display a .jpeg_large as, only .jpeg. Yeah, definitely what was wrong. All I did was download it, change the name from unique token.jpeg_large to unique token.jpg, and it displays it fine. If I download like that, then whatever source you downloaded it from just labeled the file incorrectly. Simple fix is just rename the extension though. I'm not sure if you even can see the extension on your files. I know it's a setting off by default. I told you I did this. Why would I kid about gifting someone a game that literally cost me 85 cents? 85! Oh wait, that's the 85 cents one. Oh wait, that's not the 85-cent one. I don't know why, but I thought the first image was Left 4 Dead 2. I don't pay much attention to the image details, at least not the obvious stuff. Nah, I see the weird body swap AI tab in the corner of your images instead. In the top left of this image, there's a tab open for ChatGPT labeled with the AI with the title of Body Swap Expression. Because it's red on red and has no border on its icon, probably. You put this instead of you put Voss instead of this. At all times, yes, definitely. Is that meant to be a face? Because it's just an unknown character. Squares. I don't do hooks or any physical contact. I think if we ever did meet or suggest meeting IRL, I would be put onto a watch list. I know, that's what I've been thinking the entire time, but everyone seems to think it's a big deal, just because I'm about to be classed as an adult and you're barely classed as a teen. Happy annually celebrated day of birth, commonly referred to as a birthday. A day where people party and get gifts whilst trying to ignore they are 1 year closer to death. I don't watch anime, and I've never seen any Sonic, played any Sonic, nor watched any Sonic videos. At least 60% of the stuff I watch are because they are characters in Dead by Daylight. I have an idea, but I'm gonna need your address. If only I remember the exact address you gave on the Ark server. All I know is it's Banana Street. Clearly I don't, otherwise I remember the exact number. Grimsby, that's where we are. Felicia doesn't believe you've seen my face before, so here's a mugshot I took in 2024. I've used that image for 0 things until now. Never know when you're gonna get arrested. Helping out the cops by skipping the step. I also have this from this year. My hair blocks my eyes. That was Evie from Not Evie. This for Flick. She ran from it. She dreaded it, yet it arrived all the same. If you want to send one, feel free. I'm busy speedrunning getting onto a watch list right now. Why are you online in the server yet offline in our DMs? Yeah, I'm 99% sure this is a scam. There's no way something legit would try to pull this. Well, I give up. This is too hard. Probably because I have no experience with this task. I tried so many online address finders. All are either scams, paywalled, or paywalled scams. And even the Copilot AI is refusing to help, saying I should just give up, given the circumstances. And I've already wasted close to 2 hours looking for something I'm clearly not going to find. Unless it wouldn't happen to be the 19th of Banana Street, would it? Like I told Felicia earlier, I have a good feeling about the numbers 19 and 17. 19 more so, though. No clue why. Nah, my search history isn't sus at all right now. Definitely. Also, no, I gave none of these sites your emails. I tested with my own first. None passed my test. By the way, these searches for numbers just because I found a site which requested the number as the search method, never did find the number, though. Worried about a random gift being sent to your address? Nah, I couldn't find it. I thought it was an hour and 30 minutes. Either way, didn't matter since I got 0 results. I'm just very dedicated to anything I try doing. Nah, I doubt that's even your address. Looks like a public place. Yeah, I saw horses. That's what made me think it was public. I thought it was a public ranch. Unless I pay a random site £2 and it's not a scam, which I will not be doing in case it is a scam, I have no way to know your address. That's not a concern. It's just that easy. Buy a game on sale, get 100% on achievements the same day in 5 hours and 10 minutes. Let's go. I can't send a present pic of Tiger right now because I'm not at home, but when cat pics are being sent, I'm gonna still make sure my cat is included, even if it's an old pic. The cat that's abandoned by its owner more than 80% of the time because you never visit. Well, I never use words like cute, beautiful, adorable, etc., so... Well, more like Dillos with those frills, or however you spell it. Salamander is a Pokemon. Her gift was Repo, mine's from DVD. Then replace it. Yes. This wall of text is exactly why DVD is not beginner friendly, and this only covers the object, not gameplay perks or characters. New equipment coming to Phasmophobia on June 24th, a sound recording device, along with a new media storage for them. This will go along with photo media and also be a bonus objective for extra cash like photos currently are. The sound recorder will be able to hear and play sounds in real time that the player otherwise could not hear without a parabolic mic. Got them bony branded cameras. Oh yes, I don't. Oh yes, I don't know why I'm doing so good right now, but I just beat Clone during the Danger Zone, Chapter 1 on Insane Difficulty without dying. No! And to think this is what I struggled on my console trying to do for countless hours a few years ago. I might actually be able to get all the achievements if I keep this up. Yeah, I see no issues here. Steam, DVD and library, gear icon, properties, betas, beta presentation, PTB. Now that's a different thing. That's to access private betas, but DB doesn't use that. If you wanna select PTB from the beta drop-down menu above it. Yeah, I bought it today because it was 60% off. Oh my god, I hate the green jetpack bots. I spent 20 minutes bouncing back and forth with a bow, hoping to kill them slowly. I ain't losing my run because I get swarmed by 6 jetpack bots. And of course, level 7 has another jetpack bot, but group with a ton of other junk. Guess I'll have to do level 5 with its swarm of jetpacks again. Well, I beat level 7 again, this time without cheesing with a bow for 20 minutes. It cost me my leg, but somehow I managed to beat level 8 without a leg. Level 6 got me with that single jetpack bot again. Yes! My god, that took 2 hours. Aye, aye, aye. After chapter 3, it's easy sailing though. Chapter 4 to 5, or how many there are, I was already able to do on console. Wait, no, there's only 2 before the fleet interlineated. Oh, this is easy for me, let's go. I thought I was going to have to do one more chapter full of pain and suffering, but now I have checkpoints. Great, I'm out of lives. I'm stuck as a raptor with one leg that can only breathe fire when I have energy as my only attack. So close, but one bad tempo and I lost my leg. Died seconds later. Okay, killed him now. That's GG. Whole game beaten on the hardest mode. Yeah, I noticed that you had the achievement for dying on level 1 in Endless. Now I just need to do every single minigame challenge, which is actually one of the reasons I never bothered that much doing what I just did. I knew I couldn't get all achievements because the game's close to dead, online-wise, and achievements are for co-op challenges. I think I can just use my console account in need. I think I can just use my console account if needed, to be honest. I don't really need a co-op partner, I think. Not sure, never played Coop. I don't know if it scales in players. All I do know is it physically prevents me from starting without 2 players. But I think I can just join my PC on my console, then start the game and solo it in theory. One challenge is to reach the hardest tier in Endless during co-op, but I might struggle with that. But like I said, I don't know if it scales with players or not, or if there's more enemies than usual. It doesn't really matter right now, as all I'm saying is because whilst I've done every challenge in single player mode, I've already done them all on console, so I need to do a ton on Steam saves. Well, I think that grind I just did is over. And I think it over doubled my playtime on Steam for it. Because I haven't played it on Steam in over a year, basically. Man, it was so long ago I tried this on my console. Only 2 I didn't get was Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. I was not expecting it to be the 1st of January 2023. Practice, trial and error, sheer will, refusing to give up, many, many hours spent in single levels. Oh, the horrors I've done for achievements. Flashbacks to Call of Duty Black Ops 4, realistic difficulty, where a single bullet would kill me. But hey, I completed it, just took a week or 2. And that's a week of non-stop grind, whole day, from waking up to going to sleep, by the way. I think I spent like 4 hours on the first level. I swear the first level was the hardest, just because it didn't give me all my abilities for a while. 4 hours of dying every 2 to 6 seconds, memorizing each location of every enemy, and order to kill them whilst not getting shot at. 10 out of 10 experience though, would do again if I found another game to do it for. Well, I've got 16 plats on console and 11 games of every achievement on Steam, so I might know a good place to start. I don't know. To be honest, I think 100% completed Henry Stickmin in 5 hours today. It's not requiring any skill, just clicking stuff, pretty easy. I would definitely say the easier the completion, probably one of the easiest completions I've ever done. To be honest, I 100% To be honest, I 100% complete Henry Stickmin in 5 hours a day. It's no skill, just click stuff pretty easy. I would definitely say the easiest completion I've done. Subnautica is fairly easy and straightforward. Most of the achievements are for completing required story events. Well, it appears you do not own Subnautica, however you do own Slime Rancher. Original, not second. I believe that's rather simple to complete. Only skillful part is the speedrun achievement, but I don't think it's that hard. I did it on my second or third attempt. I know, that's why I said it. No, I was clarifying which one I was referring to. Looking at the times for each mission, whilst I know the longest one being the first one is unknown, it doesn't look that bad. The achievement for doing this is called No One Will Believe You. And only 0.2% of players have gotten it, me included among those 0.2, obviously. Yay! Now, the speedrun stuff that I was talking about was for Slime Rancher. Those missions were for Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Realistic Campaign. Can't believe it's only a silver trophy. Oops, misclicked an extra pick there. Yeah, anyway, like I said, for an easy first full completion, I would recommend either Subnautica or Slime Rancher. What? I'm pretty sure that's not. I'm pretty sure that's show, not tell. Since when is this game so easy? Legit my first attempt at getting to this tier in Endless for the achievement. Who says you need both arms and both legs to beat the final level of a challenge? Because it wasn't me. Easy. Oh, I didn't notice the age of my human until now, when I looked at the first image here. Hey look, it's the thing we did, ages ago. But done by people who actually know what they're doing, and not memeing whilst doing it. Unexpected. Normally you only consume DVD content on TikTok, and it's been out for only 8 hours as well. I've disabled these mods, won't take effect till I restart though. Yeah, but you need to disable them in your profile as well. Whee! You're deafened still, by the way. Have you checked your settings? Are sending the audio to the right speaker? Yeah, I'm fairly certain the connection issues are on your end. Might be a more stable connection if you were to join the call on your PC. Yeah. Because OBS is a game, right? I forgot. Thanks, Discord. POV, you're a phone and your owner is bored. Wow, amazing. You can't see a thing. Well, get good then. Yeah. You should have trained like I did. Then again, I never actually needed training, I just needed to verify my skill. Well, I am now because your ping woke me up, and I'm unable to fall back to sleep. Oh, that reminds me, I never set up that event. When the chapter releases? I thought I already did. There we go. Due to Felicia's cat photo dumped in the junkyard, forms channel meant for media and info dumping, I now have access to 2 photos of Tiger when she was a kitten. We just adopted her soon after she was found, abandoned. The image date says 2019, making her 6 years old. Also, I know everyone here already knows what my cat looks like, but I'll add a photo from her as an adult as well, just so it's easier to tell the difference and compare from the photos being close together. This actually brings back memories. I just remembered back when she was that little, I would actually carry her by placing her in my hand, because she was as small as my palm. Since I never did explain on the chicken horse, I've made a guide for it with all relevant information. It's not very long because it's a fairly simple game. Evie also owns a game, but she never plays it because I'm too good at it, and she sucks. But I think she's usually willing to play when there's also somebody else other than me playing. Maybe. I don't know. Oh yeah. Also, Evie, I bought 70 Ultimate Chicken Horse and Don't Starve Together yesterday. Not that you play Don't Starve Together, but you do own it at least. There we go. That wasn't too hard. Halfway there already. I just finished the final challenge, so now I just need to do the grinding stuff from killing with weapons. The online stuff. Easter eggs, which are easy. And one of the online things are literally just saying hello using the hello emote. Amazing. I saw the Steam pop up whilst near the start of the last challenge I did. Also, Discord says it. Pretty sure it does. Make sure to examine stuff and look at the entry it adds to the scrapbook. That's definitely the best way to learn the game. That's how I learned what very little I know. Now, how am I meant to win a deathmatch game for one of the achievements when, for some reason, they changed the swing speed to multiplayer, so my timings are off, and I'm loading into lobbies with people that have 1,000 wins? I think I might just cheat by creating a private lobby with my console instead. Oh, I didn't even see the guy on the right with 4,000 wins. I didn't stand a chance. Ugh, it's too smart. I waited 14 minutes whilst doing nothing whilst I downloaded it on my console, and it didn't even work. My console account already has 2 wins in my deathmatch. If only I could transfer a win to my PC. Huh. I just noticed I got kicked from that server at some point. Well, either that or the server was deleted. I doubt that, though. It was in my server tabs not long ago. I think I saw it on there about 6 to 8 hours ago, and now it's gone. Also, no, I totally wasn't about to go scrolling through the entire general chat in it because I was bored. Totally. Well, when you sent this, I was sleeping. The ping woke me up and I saw it, but I went back to sleep because there was no context. I've now woken up and there's still no context. So here's a 10-minute video I made that explains the basic setup of OBS, which is unlikely to solve your issue, but it's better than nothing. It's always so funny seeing just how many AI I actually made in the workshop for Overwatch. When I searched AI in the community made workshop sharing site, it's also quite funny because almost nobody else makes AI for this. Like, you only see 2 or 3 codes of other people when searching AI. I'm the AI guy. Don't mind my home screen embed things, or whatever people call them. All but like 3 came pre-added, and I just don't remove them because it would mess with my muscle memory of where the ones I do use are. I don't know. That image took about 24 hours to send then. Not a long time. I just made the spiders that are tamed in my mod do the wolf head tilt labeled as beg goal in the files to indicate when it's injured. It wouldn't beg when full health whilst tamed, but 1, this doesn't look right, and 2, like always when I mod, I was really like always when I mod, I say some really weird stuff by mistake. I'm holding beef, so whilst loading I said, beg for my meat. There's no recovering from this. Look, it's not my fault. The context is very important. I was holding beef, which is a meat, and I'm testing a begging feature. But Swooter be groovin'. I bet they are fun at parties. I don't understand where I keep getting random Discord friend requests from. This is the 3rd one now. Oh great, now even the AI is disagreeing with me. I just had a whole rant about how it wasn't generosity and the reasons why, along with the order of events that took place the last 3 to 4 weeks, that led to each game that I bought someone, and right as I'm done talking about it, it goes and calls me generous. Thus, agreeing with Sandy, that whole text chain that lasted an hour was about the reasons why Sandy was incorrect to call me generous. Oh wait, I was ranting for a whole hour about that? I ran too much to AI. This wasn't even the first thing I ranted to it about just now. I've been ranting for like 3 hours, when I was meant to be working on my mod. Oh, also, don't look too much into the things I say in this. It would shed too much light on my mindset that I try to hide. Edit. That being said, I've now just shared the full conversation in case anyone wants more context, because I like to provide either no context or all the context. I personally am a very curious person who likes context, so whilst I doubt anyone will read this entire conversation with the AI, of all things, I thought I'll post it anyway in case anyone is curious, like I am when I see an out-of-context image. Also, this conversation came about with the AI entirely because of a random friend request I got on Discord, which I told the AI about, and then I got sidetracked like this. Like always.